Finally the sun is starting to come up. I don't think we need any more sun than that, because this car, it's pretty bright. And there were a few comments on it when it appeared in the recent garage tour, positive comments I hasten to add, including a request for the build. So what is this? Why is it so bright? Well, of course, this car, the Jubilee, does represent the Rolls-Royce Cullinan, which is normally a fairly staid car. I have shown it in yellow, which was the one-off Capella version. And I wanted another bright coloured version, and I've been helped out massively by Odell Beckham Jr. Now, he is the wide receiver for the Cleveland Browns, or at least he was in 2019. I don't know what any of that means. I'm really sorry. I just simply read it from a web page. But that obviously means he's some form of sporting personality. And his Cullinan has been wrapped by Dog Pound with an orange wrap. It's got their custom wheels and even his own little badge instead of the traditional Spirit of Ecstasy. So this gives a really vibrant and, dare I say it, rather more exciting version of this car than we would ever have got just by painting it, I don't know, dark grey or white or something like that. So let's take it in, let's see how it's built. I'm doing this as a live one. I did change a while ago to a DJI Mic Mini because my other one was so big. It's supposed to help get rid of the keyboard bangs and stuff, but I can't guarantee it, so we'll just have to see how it goes. So let's see how it's built, and this will be as much of a surprise to me as to you because I haven't been through it ahead of time. Armour brakes, bulletproof tyres, all that sort of stuff's up to you. I'm pretty sure this one is maxed out. Possibly no turbo. On the front bumpers for this car then, I've gone for the racer bumper. I thought on balance this did give the closest of the looks. And on the back it's just the stock rear bumper. The exhaust is stock. The hood is stock. The headlights, I've got xenons on, but they're very blue. I'm not sure it's the best option. I think I would suggest car meet lights, to be honest. These look a bit yellowy, so yeah, get yourself down the car meet, spend the 20 grand. Not using any livery on the car, of course. Number plate up to you. I think a black one works on this, but you could also go for a more appropriate plate for the area of America it comes from. The respray, well, of course, it's a crew colour. Now, this crew colour is the exact same one I use for a Rouge Mustang, although we're using a different pearl here. And hopefully I'll pop that on as a bit of B-roll, and the hex will be on the screen or in the description below. For the pearlescent, it's a bright orange pearl. You could also consider a normal orange or even sunrise orange, but I think you're going to lose some of the impact of this car, so I'm leaving it as bright orange, especially when it's parked indoors. The secondary just affects the stitching and any secondary parts on the car, so it could be anything, but I think I'll just make it the crew colour. I don't know what the stitching is, but let's have that orange as well. Skirts, just stock. I think most of the bodywork from memory on this car is stock. Spoiler, well, for some reason I have secondary, but of course stock would also work, so I guess that was maybe from a previous build. For suspension, get it as low as it can go on competition. Yeah, so I didn't do the turbo, and I often don't on a car that's not going to be raced if the car didn't have a turbo for real. I don't want to hear the noises, that's all. For the wheels, if I remember rightly, I spent a long time trying to find a wheel that I thought would actually get close to those custom wheels, and I don't think we have one. I'm in full stop in the game, so I took my nearest interpretation of that, and they are the good old Mercy concave, a wheel that gets used, I think, quite a lot. Painted, of course, in black and with bulletproof tyres. The windows, I don't do this very often at all. I think you'll know from most of my builds, but I've limoed these windows out. So that completes the build of Odell Beckham Jr.'s custom Cullinan. See it now in the brighter light. So very, very, very vivid car indeed. You're not going to get much oranger than that. Hope you found this build useful and enjoyable. If you want to see the car as a Capella, I'll link below where I did a sort of review of all the Rolls Royces in the game. I think it was a Capella on there. If not, I'll try and find something where it was a Capella so you can actually see that one as well. Again, I don't know if I have a build for the Capella out, but if it's something you're interested in, I can certainly do that for you. Of course, the other thing with this car, it's another great car for the snow, isn't it? And you know, a little bit of handbrake, you can have little slides all over the place, and in fact on a big wide corner, just a little bit of handbrake when you go in and you can have a hell of a slide. So yeah, a recommended car to brighten your winter day. Sub if you like real cars in GTA, of course, I forgot to mention that. And otherwise, thank you so much for watching.